Hey guys, Lord here, back again with another action figure review. Today we'll be taking a look at the DC Multiverse Collector Edition Platinum Chase. What? Ooh, shiny. Ragman. Now, I do believe this is the modern version of Ragman. Maybe New 52, but don't quote me on that. That said, this is of course brought to us by the fine folks over at McFarlane Toys, so with that being said, why don't we cut right to the chase and get into the meat and taters of this review and take a look-see at all Ragman has to offer in terms of accessories, starting off with a collectible trading card with a bio on the back, and he's got a pretty dank bio. Him and a group of soldiers found this cursed quote-unquote armor, wrappings, whatever, on a mission, and the ghosts of his fallen comrades are trapped in the suit, so he can hear their voices and whatnot, and he can like imprison demons and spirits in the suit, and demons come after him. It's a pretty sick bio. Too bad the character design sucks ass. Other than maybe the cape. That said, as far as actual accessories, we get some rags. I mean, he is just flipping Ragman. That's it. Despite the fact he is on a reused body that has plenty of alternate hand options that we've already seen. Jim Gordon Batman from Batman Endgame, looking at you. Came with all the hands. This guy could have come with the fist hands and maybe the grip hands and the open hands. He's got one open hand, one fist hand, and he costs $29.99. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. This is a $20 figure in a $30 package. At least Clock King was new sculpt, I think, for the most part. And Red Hood had quite a few accessories. This guy just doesn't have enough. So, he's a little overpriced. And don't tell me they put him in this line because he's obscure, because they made frickin' Ambush Bug, okay? He's got a hockey puck display stand racing with all McFarlane Toys releases. And again, I don't see a silver logo on here. Am I going crazy? Said he looks pretty cool like this. I do prefer this to the other one, the green. That said, I do have that Jim Gordon Batman from whatchamacallit, Batman Endgame. So I will swap this out for a fist at some point. I do like the cape. It is wide. Once again, it's a tattered cape. Be careful you don't tear it when you're posing it. Because it does feel like a ripped up t-shirt after all. But he does also have a wired hood. So you can pull it back and see his head. It looks a lot like Sleepwalker from Marvel for some reason. Almost like DC's version of Moon Knight. But as far as his articulation goes, his head will rotate side to side. You can look up, not very far. You look down a little bit. You can tilt. I like him with the hood up. And kind of like this. Almost casting a shadow over his face. Because he's a dark and mysterious character. Like Justice League dark. Be a bad idea to make more of them, would it, Todd? Shoulders go out. Back down. He does have full rotation. Very squeaky, but not slip sticking. He does have that beautiful butterfly, as I cause him to fly forward. He's got a bicep swivel, double elbow. He's got ball hinge wrists that will rotate, hinge, and swivel. He's got a diaphragm joint that will rotate. Lean back this far. Lean forward this far. And tilt side to side. Not too shabby. He does have a waist twist. Like Clock King's, this actually works pretty well. And you get a little bit extra leaning out of that. Mind these strings that hang off his cape too. His cape is a separate piece, so it just kind of flops around, but it will maintain a pose for the most part. Hips kick out, back down, forward and back. He's got a thigh cut. That works okay. Double knee. works fine. Again, you always got to leave a joint popped on those so they could stand up. And then the ankles have ball hinges that will rotate, hinge, and pivot. He also has toe joints that are not too shabby on either side. And both his ankle joints seem to be tidied up. So, cool figure. I like the concept. I like these little patches of, these little soul patches, and I don't mean bald spots on the back of his head. I do like that. I think that's kind of neat. In fact, I can put him with Justice League Dark's kind of neat, but I don't know. It just does not feel like a $30 figure to me. Whether it's an obscure character or not, it needs to be worth the price point. And this guy just ain't. And he's also got these stupid little cuffs on his ankles. So, pretty sure he's not supposed to have that. I would have rather they just didn't sculpt those whenever they made this body. I don't know why they did. Just make blank bucks and paint crap. Like, nobody wants added sculpt that makes the thing inaccurate. So, with that being said, it is time now that we move right along and take a look at some size comparisons. First up, here is good old Ragman alongside the other characters available in this collector's edition wave. We have the Red Hood and the Clock King, reviews of which are already up on the channel, so please check them out if you haven't already. Really appreciate it if you did. That said, if I had to pick a favorite from this wave, probably a toss-up between the Red Hood and the Clock King. Granted, my Clock King has a bit of a QC issue with his right hand there, and the Red Hood is on that infamous Three Jokers body I'm not crazy about, but I think it's safe to say they're both better than poor old Ragman here, who just feels like the cheap figure of the wave. I mean, there's got to be one, right? And unfortunately, it's him. I'm out of the way. Bring in our two regulars, the Mythic Legion's Brother Manibulith. He's not dropping his club today, look at that. And the infamous 11 Spawn, who I imagine, yes, in this case we're going to say towers over everyone. So with that being said, it is time now that we wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and aside from the fact that Ragman is actually a pretty cool character, outside of his character design that is, this is essentially a $20 DC Multiverse figure in a $30 package. Unlike Clock King, who felt like a lot of unique sculpt and first-time use of parts, and Red Hood, who came with a decent amount of accessories to get by, this guy just feels like the bare minimum. I mean, we didn't even get an extra open hand or fist hand with him. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later.